one time there was a man, he was running from a tiger. There was a tiger who was chasing him, and he was running, looking back, and as he was running, he fell into a well. And while he was falling into the well, there was a little branch that was coming out from the well of a creeper, and he got stuck on that branch. His cloth got stuck, and he was hanging right there. And he looked down, and he saw, oh my God! If I wouldn't have been stuck here, there were snakes inside the well. All of these snakes were eager to receive him and bite this person. But this person was hanging in the middle. Now, interestingly, this branch where he was hanging, there was a honeybee nest, a bee comb, honeybee comb was there, and that got disturbed because of his jerk to the branch, and all the honeybees started coming and biting him, and he couldn't leave. He had to just tolerate those bites, because if he leaves, he's going to go for sure death. He cannot go up because the tiger was watching when this person is going to come up. And while he was on the branch, there were two mice, a black mice and a white mice, who were constantly nibbling on the branch of the tree. And so that branch was, at any time, it could have broken. And amongst all of these things, there was a little honey drop that dropped on his lips. And he started smacking his lips. And that was the only pleasure that he had in this entire situation. Otherwise, he was fearful, he was anxious, he was being bitten. And this is what is considered as the material life. It is explained in the scriptures that the adhyatmika klesha, adhyatmika miseries, is the honeybees who were biting him. Adi bhautika was the tiger who was waiting. Adi daivika were the snakes who were waiting down to bite him. And then the black and white mice were the night and day that we experience as time passes by. The branch on which we are hanging, the branch of life, will break at any time. But within all this, we get little pleasure, little material pleasure, and we think, wow, this is happiness. I want to be happy. This is how we should be happy. But that's just enough to keep us attached in this material existence. But there is no happiness. Amongst all of these things, the proportion of misery is much, much greater than the proportion of happiness. It's not a good deal here. But we are very much attached just for that little happiness and ignore all of the suffering that we are undergoing. We just say, oh, this is life. I mean, what can you do? We don't even know actually real life is spiritual bliss that can be experienced. We feel sense gratification is our greatest friend. But actually, sometimes some things that look as our greatest friends are our worst enemies.